In a lineup of 18 athletes, the Olympic champion Bronislav Malinowski starts wearing 14 in this 3000-metre steeplechase. Going off too quickly with him on his shoulder, Colin Reitz of Essex Beagles wearing 6. The Polish Olympic champion is joined by 2 very good Italians in this race, 1 good Kenyan, and most of the British steeplechasers. The 2 Italians wear 16 and 17, look out for them. Giuseppe Gerbi, who finished 6th in the Olympic Games, and Mariano Scartasina, who wears 17, was not allowed to go to the Games as he's a member of the Italian Carabinieri, but he recently, in fact last Tuesday, ran 8 minutes 12.5. And there, wearing 17 with the beard, is Scartasina. Wearing 18 is Hilary Tuwai, the good Kenyan, 24-year-old, who's run 8:22.4 and who was our 1979 3A's champion. A race over 7.5 laps. Tuwai leads the Olympic champion, Malinowski. Wearing 7 in 3rd place is Dennis Coates. Wearing 6 in 4th. No, coming up is 16 it is, Giuseppe Gerbi, the little Italian, and the taller Italian, Mariano Scartasina. 65 seconds for the first lap, which means they're running at slightly faster than 8 minutes 15 pace. And Malinowski let it be known that he wouldn't mind another fast run here. 14, Bronislav Malinowski, the silver medalist in Montreal, the gold medalist in Moscow. The perfect technician, there's Hilary Tuwai, showing really how not to clear hurdles, being followed by the man who really clears them very well indeed. Gerbi in 3rd. Kenny Martin of the United States wears 15, he's in 4th, tucked in there. Dennis Coates is up there with them as well. Hilary Tuwai leads them round, coming up to the end of the 2nd lap. Remember, it's 7.5 laps. Water jump being on the inside at Crystal Palace. There's Malinowski. That's the Italian Gerbi in 3rd. Then the American Kenny Martin. Then Dennis Coates in 5th place. Wearing number 6 is Colin Reitz of Essex Beagles. 17 is Scartasina with the beard. And now Bronislav Malinowski makes the pace himself. 2nd lap was 66 seconds, 2:11 for 2 laps. That means they're 1 second inside, 8:15 pace for the 3,000 meters. And in this race, 2 of the 6 fastest men of all time. Malinowski, of course, whose fastest ever time was 8 minutes 9.2 when he ran 2nd in Montreal in 1976. And Mario Scartasina of Italy, with that run last Tuesday of 8:12.5, makes him the 6th fastest man, or equal 6th fastest man of all time. Malinowski, who has a Scots mother and has made it pretty generally known that he wouldn't mind qualifying for Scotland in the Commonwealth Games. He's a frequent traveller here and a very welcome one. The American following him now, Kenny Martin, who was 4th in their trials. He wears 15, he's from Oregon, that most famous state for turning out middle distance and distance runners. Tuwai of Kenya going back, Gerbi coming up into 3rd place, the smaller of the 2 Italians. But now Malinowski, there's that economic hurdling, just breaks his rhythm long enough to have a positive run at. Meanwhile, in the pole vac, another great pole, Coca.
And the bar at 5 meters 50, 18 feet and half an inch. It's Kozak's 3rd attempt at this height. Kozak, as is known to the crowds around the world, and that was the chant in Moscow just a week or so ago. Yes, so easily clear. And Kozakevich, the world record holder, stays in. He lived dangerously, and look at that, hand on heart. He knows he did. He's in to do battle once again with Slusiarski of Poland, who's opted out at this height. It's the man who won the Olympic title in Montreal in 1976. One thing's certain about Kozakevich. He's a real competitor, and here he proves it. He's so aggressive in attacking that box. as he lowers the pole in and drives the bend in and rides the pole beautifully. And that's a very fine clearance indeed. 5 meters 50, 18 feet and half an inch.
And the steeplechase continues with Malinowski in the lead. He's being chased by Scartasina, and the other Italian, Gerbi, is still up there. Two-way is in fourth. And after 4 laps, they were on that even pace for 8:15, in fact, slightly faster. And if they continue at this rate, then they will break the British all-comers record, which is held by Malinowski, set in 1975, of 8 minutes 18.2. 15, Kenny Martin in second place of the United States, right on the shoulder of the Olympic champion, Scartasina, wearing 17, then wearing 18, Hilary Tuwai of Kenya. Incidentally, Dennis Coates has dropped out of the race.
5 meters 55, and attempting this height is
and the American is taking up the running and keeping this pace going very well.
New leader in the steeplechase with just 2 laps to go then, Kenny Martin.
Kenny Martin's best time, 8:23.2. He's well inside that schedule at the moment. He finished 4th in their Olympic trials. You'll remember that the Americans did hold trials. They've got 2 laps to go now as Martin takes the pace on. Malinowski settles in behind him, and then Scartasina, and then Tuwai. There's a big gap then before the next Italian, which is Gerbi, who leads and Roger Hackney is on his shoulder, and Colin Reitz and Steve Jones. That's a little pack of 4, and this 8 really the only men in contention. And the winner's going to come from this first 4, and the Americans done well to stretch this pace along. Kenny Martin, 1.5 laps to go. Malinowski settles back a little on his heels, and the pace has dropped. Perhaps the Americans sense that, but they're still slightly inside that record. Malinowski looks around and looks a little tired. Two-way is being dropped. Scartasina, who's got quite a sprint finish. Scartasina in 3rd, was the winner of the 79 European Cup. He was 3rd in the World Cup. He looks poised at the moment as Malinowski pulls out onto the shoulder of the American. They hear the bell now. Two-way is out of contention. Malinowski spurts to the front, takes the hurdle first. The Italian goes after him. The Italian, the Mediterranean champion, onto the shoulder of Malinowski, but the American refuses to be dropped. Kenny Martin, who's run a fine race, well inside his personal best. Malinowski moves out, the Italian goes past him. Or does he? They're sprinting down the back straight. Level pace. No break of rhythm as they come up to this hurdle. Yes, there was. It was Malinowski that broke his rhythm, and the Italian went past. The Italian, who's the man on form. 200 meters, and he looks over his shoulder at the Olympic champion, the Italian who was denied going to the games when the rest of the Italians went because he was a member of the Carabinieri. They're the soldier squad of Italy, and it's the Italian that's coming away now, and Malinowski can do little about it. Sprints at that hurdle and takes it well. Malinowski in 2nd, and his UK all-comers record could go. The American is 3rd, and the arms in the air. That's a fine run by the Italian. Malinowski is 2nd, 8 minutes 16 seconds, and that is a new United Kingdom all-comers record. Two-way is 4th. Colin Reitz is coming up in 5th. Steve Jones is 6th. Then Gerbi, the Italian, in 7th. Roger Hackney is 8th. But there is Mariano Scartasina, who really posted the intent with an 8:12.5 run last Tuesday and was furious at being denied the opportunity of going to Moscow. And Stan Greenberg has stopped the watch at 8 minutes 16.3, and that is a new all-comers record, and he takes that record from the man who was 2nd, the Olympic champion, Bronislav Malinowski.